All right, welcome back to the program. It's still the conversation here on Lagos Television. And today on the program, we're taking a look at party defection, APC as the preferred bride. And of course, judging from recent news across the nation, there seems to be a wave of massive defection across states in Nigeria. And of course, a report says about 300 PDP members have jumped ship in 12 months to the APC. Now the question is APC doing something different from other political parties? Or are we gradually gravitating towards a one-party state in Nigeria? Or are we gradually also, making other parties weaker? Or is it just that, those party members in other political parties want to be in the APC because APC is the ruling party? Those are some of the questions we intend to take a look at on the program today. And we have our friend, is a lawyer, is a public affairs analyst, Barrister Kabir Akingbolu. Thank you for being here on the program this morning.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Right. Before we go into, we're looking at whether, of course, APC is the preferred bride, either for personal gains or for national reasons. We know that the law has, especially the Electoral Act, as amended, also has a few specifications for party defection. If you'd like to refresh our memory, what does the law say when it comes to party defection?
Well, actually, the issue of defection is not the Electoral Act, it's the Constitution.
Is it the Constitution?
It's the Constitution.
Oh, I assume
and it allows it that, if you have been elected on the platform of a political party, and you are holding that position, do you understand? You cannot cross carpet, except, and of course, there is division, crisis in the leadership of that political party, and that the crisis. But now, what people use to defect today is what I can call pseudo crisis that is not really existing. Probably, but the kind of crisis that the law envisage is not a crisis in a state. Okay. It's not a crisis in 5 states. It's a national crisis whereby there will be, in fact, the Constitution went further to say where there are two leaders, two factions. There must be 2 factions. The party has been factionalized. Like Labour Party is factionalized now. We have the one led by Aburi, the one led by the other guy. You understand? There are 2 people claiming chairmanship position of the party. That is a clear case of division in the party. Do you understand?
And anybody that defects
under this thing will be justified. However, the law, there is a lacuna a bit in our law. The defection only happened, there was provision for defection of legislative members. No provision for defection of governors or president. This is where the issue happened. During Article time, as the second in command to Obasanjo decamped from being a PDP member to ACN.
ACN, yes.
And Obasanjo said, you are sacked. And Atiku went to court. And in a celebrated case, the Supreme Court said, no, you can't sack a chief executive, a vice president in that casual manner. Right. You understand? And the issue of defection, for president, governor, or whoever, or vice president, was not stated in the Constitution, as stated in the case of House of Rep, Senate, House of Assembly.
Lawmakers generally.
Okay, in addition to what Abimbola raised the other time, looking at the scenario that we have in PDP now, would you say that those members of the PDP who have decamped to the ruling party, which is the APC, do they have any moral justification or constitutional justification from jumping the ship from that of the PDP to the APC? Because it is visible, and all of us can see that the PDP is not together.
Yeah. Yes, PDP not being together. It has not got to the stage whereby it will be so factionalized that they will have 2 leaders or 2 people contending for leadership positions.
What about the national
you can
position?
see, it's not the chairman. Okay. You understand? There are some associations that we have general secretary. You understand? There is the difference between general secretary and secretary general. You understand? So it happens in some situations. The secretary will be the one controlling the affairs of the whole organization or party. But in this, they have chairman who is the leader of the entire party. Like the APC now, we have the former governor of Kano, Gandu, as the chairman. There is no other person laying claim to that position. And I think in this is it Damagun or whoever chairman Damagun, in PDP. There is no other person laying claim. There are people who don't agree with him. But they have not come out to say, I am also the chairman, and people are following him, and some of the members are now holding allegiance to him as a man. Don't forget, under Jonathan, the gentle president of Nigeria, you understand? Under him, we have new PDP.
MPDP.
Yes,
and another PDP.
Yes, the new PDP.
Whereby all the Sarakis of this world, all the articles of this world, and all that matters, the cream de la cream of the party then moved en masse to APC. Do you understand? Leaving only Wiki. That is why you see it today. Wiki sees PDP as his party.
Yes.
And nobody. And he has even dared them that you cannot suspend me.
Yes.
And unfortunately, without missing what is committing anti-party activities every day. But they don't have the temerity. They don't have the audacity or the effrontery or the gusto to say
he should go.
Because if he goes, the havoc that he will wreak on them will be worse than what they think he's wrecking now. Do you understand? So he's holding them by the jugular. Unfortunately, you cannot discard him. His value still being outside, one leg in, one leg out, is still better for you than when you say we are throwing the baby away with the baby bathwater. This is the problem.
Yeah.
So as you have PDP today, PDP is just a party existing for the sake of it. You know, all the organogram that makes a party to function is not, they are not there. You understand? The big boys there, Makinde, or the governor of
your state,
Makinde, Fayoshe, the former governor Wike, those are the big boys there. They are not with the party, and they are not pretending.
Yeah, but then we also have the likes of Bukola Saraki, who are all, I mean, they're still members of the PDP, one way or the other, and are still trying to see whether or not that party can be revived, even though, you know, especially with Damagun. Only last week did they also say that Wabara still remained, you know, their chair, and again, one is not even sure what is going on with that party anyway because of their internal crisis. But is that really enough for, you know, this kind of uncertainty that we're seeing? Like I said, a report, you know, put it that in the last 1 year, you know, over 300 people have moved. Is it 300 or 3,000 now? 300 chieftains have abandoned the party for the APC, even though we know that, yes, the PDP has its own teething problems and all of that. But rather than leave the party, and they're supposed to be like Nyesom Wike, who stood and who is still standing to at least salvage the remains of the PDP. Yeah,
you know, let me tell you something straight away. I'm not trying to be, I am not a member of APC. You know, I am just a Nigerian. However, I can tell you very well that this what is happening is just a child's play to what will happen when the election is remaining by this time next year. APC will PDP will have almost remained a carcass. It's a carcass now, but it's going to, because
it will be worse.
It will be worse. The Saraki you mentioned is only a passive member. Will you compare the Saraki of 2007 to the Saraki of today as a member of PDP? Will you compare Fayoshe of 2015, 2016 to the Fayoshe of today, or Wike of a few years ago to now? Or who amongst them? Atiku himself he's
already looking at another merger.
So at the moment you are looking at this, it's getting the party to become weaker. Atiku made a very fundamental and egregious mistake during the 2023 election. Simple demand. 5 governors, the G5, discard the chairman. Even if you still want the chairman, you can just say, you can use the grammar of Babangida, step aside. You have not resigned. You are still a this, just go and leave. Or after the election, you can return if you so wish. And it will have, might not have gone the way it went. But he was so adamant, and To hell with them, he said, and at the end of the day, you saw what happened. Look at the former governor of Benue, the rest of them, they are the people that can make things happen, but he didn't follow them. Unfortunately, you know, this party thing is funny in Nigeria. APC, as a party, for me, they were better opposition party. You understand?
During their time.
Yeah, during their time. They were fantastic. They were
always there.
They're always talking and on point. You can only, avoid them at your own detriment. You will not say there is nothing called opposition. But today we don't have any opposition party. Labour Party that might have been an acceptable surrogate of PDP is not even anywhere to be found. They are engrossed by internal crisis and thinking of what will happen in the next election. And the truth is this. The kind of opportunity they had in 2023, they are not going to have half of that opportunity in 2027. May God keep us alive. It's not going to be. You know, they find a way to balkanize the voting pattern in a way, in a tribal way and in a religious way. Both worked against them. We have 3 Muslims. We have 1 Christian. Still, the Muslim came first, they came second. They still came third. And the third did not score 0. Do you understand? So it shows that even if political parties, even if they are margin and we have Christian in Nigeria, it will not change the result because people know what they want probably. Or you have Muslim tickets have been proven that it cannot happen. Under 2012, they thought it happened, it can never happen again. But it happened now. And with this one that happened, and make it clearer than before that it was not a mistake. That if you do it 10 times,
this is what you will get.
You understand? And it is even worse if you try it. That, religious as a tool to campaign is very dangerous.
Okay. Not having a vibrant opposition now, what does it portend for our democracy? And then, is there any difference rather between the PDP and the APC? Then some of these couple of politicians that we have around, do they have any reasonable, so to say, political ideology?
God bless you. In fact, that word is what I wanted to use, but thank God you caught the grass under my feet. Now, when you talk about ideology, our politicians lack ideology. None. Because if you have ideology, you cannot cross carpet. Look, go to the Great Britain, the UK, members of Labour Party remains Labour forever. Their family member, their offspring to the 4th to the 5th generation, they remain the same. The Liberal Party in the UK, they remain the same. The Green Party, they remain the same. The same thing in America, the Democrat, the Republican. They remain the same family. They are there, they don't change. That is where ideology is working and is going to be working. But in a situation whereby somebody is APC, eat head breakfast with APC chairman in the morning and dinner with Labour Party in the evening, and people will still be praising him, you will find out that more often than not, people are more interested in what they get than to say we want to serve the nation. Nobody, I've not seen that person that has the real, interest of the masses at heart. What they want to do is what I want to get. That's why you keep on seeing the camping. The camping will have still happened, you understand?
Maybe not
but
on this massive
be as worse as this if PDP has put its house in order. Imagine the election ended in 2023 March. Up till now, you are still not able to put your house together. Don't forget, their spokesperson left and joined the bandwagon, joined the APC government, is there, Bala, you understand? So, and some other people like that, they are joining. So when you cannot keep your member, it's a big trouble.
But is APC the most preferred bride in all the other political parties that we have in Nigeria, or is it because of the advantage that the APC has at the moment because it is the ruling party? Well,
yes and no.
Okay.
One, APC is the ruling party, is a factor to consider in saying if I want to jump, if I want to, decamp. That is one. Secondly, APC house is intact. Do you understand? If the house is united, a house that is divided against itself cannot stand. Right. APC house is in order.
Is it completely in order?
It's almost completely, because you see, the issue is this: there is no permanent, there is no perfect marriage. Exactly the same thing with a political party. There will be internal wranglings, but the ability to maintain it and stem the tide is what makes you a political party. Do you understand? There was a time there were issues against the chairman of the party, and in fact, somebody like me, I thought he had gone. on, but he's there. He's going to serve his tenure all out, and he will be about the first person that will be doing that in a recent
time. Yes.
Oshiomhole did not serve out his time. Oyegun did not serve out his time. The other man that left there before Oyegun, the governor of Nasarawa, did not serve out his time. Do you understand? Do you understand? But this person is likely to serve out his time. I think it's even
it's close by.
It's close by. That is the ability to be able to bring all the warring factions together, even though simulated piece of the graveyard you call it, yet they are able to still maintain the party as one.
Right. Okay, the other time I did ask that not having a vibrant opposition, what does that portend for democracy?
Thank you for that. It is dangerous for our politics.
Because we are tilting towards a one-party.
Right. We are tilting towards the one party, but don't forget, let me assuage your fear. Before the election, new political parties will emerge.
How strong would they be?
They may not be strong, but they will be vibrant in terms of attacking and talking. What we mean when we talk opposition, majorly what we mean is say this, say that. Oh, government, you are doing this. It's not supposed to be so. At least to an extent, they are going to be. But in Nigeria, we need a vibrant opposition. But within the little time left, there can't be any vibrant opposition because by now they should have finished the ganging up and the whole merging arrangement should have completed and all that. Okay. Do you understand? But when they finish, is when another problem will occur. Because even when they finish the merger too early, if they finish the merger too early, it's more dangerous. Because the tendencies are that the ruling party will find a way of making incursions to some of the key members, and they could decamp a night to the election. You know, in this part of the world, politicians are more interested in what they get for themselves or for their town or community or their family members than what they get for the nation or the masses.
But so if we look at the current position of NNPP, which is also beginning to galvanize some kind of support ahead of the next election, and also trying to see if it can also be a formidable political party to beat at that election. And the fact that you said minutes ago that you're confident that just before the 2027 election, there is a possibility that we might see more political parties come up. So more political parties, new political parties, or the current other, as of today, we have close to almost 40 registered political parties in the country. So do you think that registering new parties would be the best bet, or strengthening those political parties that are on ground at the moment?
You know, the problem is what do they call it? Individualistic posture or personal aggrandizement and all that selfishness will not make people to stop forming new political parties. Some of these people that are forming political parties, they are not forming it for anything. They are forming it for other negotiations, so that maybe the president the ruling party can reach out to them and say, oh, this is this. And you mentioned the NNPP. It is sometimes funny and strange the way politicians do their thing. As at last week, if I'm not making a mistake, Kwankwaso was already saying that the Northerners will vote en masse for the ruling party. Do you understand? Yes. So if he has said that to him, what do you think is already brewing? He is already leaving that NNPP, and Kwankwaso is the face of NNPP.
True.
Remove Kwankwaso, NNPP is dead. Let Kwankwaso be there, NNPP is alive. If he gets out of that party today, more than at least 50%, roughly 50% might, jump the gun with him and, oh, our leader has gone. Because he's a leader. You cannot also rubbish and say it's not existing. He's a powerful political figure in the north, especially in Kano, as far as Kano is concerned.
Okay, so from your narrative so far, the crop of politicians that we have, they are what we can call Amala or bottom and bread kind of politicians. It's all about their interests.
Exactly.
And I'm going to link this up with what is happening in the Lagos State House of Assembly.
Yes.
I see nowhere where the people have been mentioned in all of this crisis facing the assembly.
Yes.
It is all about, oh, I want to become this, I want to become that.
Exactly. You see, well, I will be a bit straightforward here. Sometimes, politicians, I used to have a friend, my childhood friend, he's still a politician till today, who told me, he said, lawyer, he said, we politicians don't believe in God. and almost it is almost true in the case of Nigeria. You know, a politician here is appointed the chairman of Ikeja local government or Kosofe local government, for instance, here 2025, maybe to 2028. He will have been planning. After 2 months, he will have a political group that after this term, I will go to House of Rep. I will say 4 years. By that 4 years, I will go to Senate. After Senate, it will be the turn of my constituency to produce governor of Lagos State. I will be governor. He's already governor. He has not spent 6 months. He's already campaigning for the second term, and he has finished the second term. He's already thinking of how he will go from governorship to become the president, and so on and so forth. All of them. Have you seen any politician in Nigeria that say, oh, I'm a governor, I'm not going for the second term? Or any House of Rep member or any House
Assembly member.
So that is the background to my information. Albasa, you know, I don't want to, he was an artisan in Osodi. And they needed somebody to be a councillor, and he was invited in 1999, became a councillor in Agege. And as brought by evidence we have in 2003, he went to House of Assembly. Since 2003 to 2025, he has been living on government money. And Obasanjo brought one bad policy. Before Obasanjo came, as you are today, you will have been having official cars as workers of this station at this level of your career. But where are the cars? Nowhere. In those days, they buy cars. They are full of cars there. All you just need, every administration, they just get money, refurbish them. There is a driver attached to each car. But when Obasanjo came, they sold off every car. They gave it to all executives. When the House of Assembly member comes in today, they buy a new Prado Jeep and give to him. After 4 years, if he wins another election, another Prado, another furniture allowance. Where is the furniture allowance coming from? We don't have it in any of our laws. That say, oh, when you are in office, you must get furniture allowance. A severance package is coming with it. Where does it come from? It's not in any law. It's not in any labor law. Do you understand? When we talk of pension, pension is what you have contributed over the years. As a worker. Where is a governor getting pension? If you are going to get a pension, you have only been governor for 8 years if you serve 2 terms. If it's 4 years, it's only 4 years. Then how much will you collect? But it's a humongous amount of money. So what am I now trying to say? Obasa became speaker in 2015. Till 2025. That is an average of 10 years. He should be grateful to God. He was not the best in the house. He was not the most intelligent. But the system wanted you then against all odds, and you remain. Now when the system doesn't want you again,
you should take it and then...
Thank God you are the maker of heaven and earth. You give it, you take it. I surrender. He would have been a hero. Many people will even love him more. I don't know why he wants to, you know, kill himself because of speakership. And I can tell you, I've said it in other fora. There is not it's not possible. It's rare. It will be easier for a camel to enter through the hole of a needle than for him to become speaker again. Not for anything. But I'm a lawyer. Our court doesn't help. You go to court at your own detriment, the time will be wasted forever.
He has gone to court, so he better wait.
Yes, I can tell you. Now, he has challenged it in court, but for what? It's nothing. To me, the procedure of removing him was illegal, totally illegal. They didn't follow the procedure. He was out of the country. There is no fair hearing. Now, even when God created... And
the house was on recess.
The house was on recess. If he had been around, they wouldn't have removed him. And let me tell you, the whole essence of fair hearing started from the Garden of Eden. When God created Adam and Eve, he gave them law, said, do all these things. But this particular one, don't do it. There was law.
In all of this
and
crisis,
when they did it, he didn't say, I condemn you. He called them, Adam, did I not tell you not to do this? But you have done it. So this Go out of here from here. This is your punishment. He listened to them. That is the beginning of fair hearing. You did not listen to this man. He wasn't there. You didn't know. You embezzled money. You didn't come to the house. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. Defend yourself. You just impeach him in absentia.
So where is the interest of the people that they are meant to serve in all of this?
There is no interest of the people anywhere. Rather, the interest of the people of what is there is the interest of some political party people, some politicians rather, who believe by his being there, he will have some other interest. You understand? The whole thing has to do with, let us call the spade a spade. He's already eyeing the seat of governorship, and it's not going to be favorable to some of them.
Okay,
you understand? These are the things.
Before we wrap up this conversation today, for the sake of party defection that we're looking at, again, we've talked about strengthening of institutions and how we can begin to ensure that these parties have ideologies, because oftentimes, you know, party to party, you can't even find the difference in the personalities there. How do we begin to ensure that, you know, in coming years, our parties are known for their ideologies, or is it going to continue to be garbage in, garbage out?
You see, it might likely be garbage in, garbage out. Do you know why? If you don't change, if you change the skin without changing the wine inside, you get the same result. Because the wine can become contaminated and spoil the wine, the skin. If you change the wine without changing that bottle, the bottle can also become weak and break. Now, what do we have? The problem, the solution lies with us, the people. What we are expecting from our politicians are too many. You expect somebody in Abuja, you want to do burial, you call him that, you want him to give you money. You want to do naming, you call him. I was with a governor in 2018. He said he was so embarrassed. He said he was almost embarrassed. There's somebody calling that, your wife gave back. Which wife? I have only one. You understand? Don't expect all this. Expect them to construct, to build school, to construct them.
That was how we came about stomach infrastructure.
You understand? So when stomach infrastructure remains the order of the day, there's nothing they will be doing. I do know the politicians have succeeded in impoverishing us. They know that when you don't give your enemy power, he will not be able to challenge you. You are put in a disadvantaged position. When the economy is not okay, people will beg for money, and as long as you are begging for money, you will do what you are not supposed to do. So if we are the people to say, oh, PDP has a good ideology on agriculture. Where is the manifesto of APC? Where is the manifesto of PDP? Where is the manifesto of Labour Party? Nothing. You can't see anything. During the life in Second Republic, Shagari had their manifesto clear cut. UPN by Awolowo, I say their own manifesto. Those are the two leading ones, and they have fantastic manifesto. Like there was free education with Awolowo. People like us wouldn't have gone to school at all. My father had 12 children. I was number 8. Where will I be? How will I even go to school? It's not possible. But because of the free education, I was able to get to somewhere before education became monetized. By that time, I was already about 13, 14 years old. I could fend for myself. Do you understand? So these are the things. They have killed the morale of the people. And the ideology of the people is we have to make money also from these politicians. If we continue to have this, sir, there's no how Nigeria can move forward.
Okay. So some of these politicians... some that are APC today and PDP tomorrow and vice versa, they mouth themselves as Awoists.
Yeah.
But their policy, their programs is a sharp contrast to what Awolowo did.
Exactly.
So as people now, how do we engage them in such a way that when they come campaigning, we'll be able to demand tangible things from them? That, okay, you want to become the member of Lagos State House of Assembly. What values are you coming to add?
I am going to cite a very simple example. Mr. Femi Falana is a foremost human rights activist. Mr. Ganifa Wemi, Chief Ganifa and late Chief Ganifa in the Lord rest his soul, was a foremost human rights activist. They both contested for governor. Gani contested for presidency. Falana contested for governor.
They lost.
Gani never got 400 votes. You understand? Are you not saying, does he not have ideology? Does he not have program? Mr. Falana in one interview said, my people said, we love you. They love me.
But they don't want
the kind of politics I'm playing. The kind of politics that he will come and campaign and say, don't worry, everything will be fine, and he's going.
He's not giving anything, no.
You have to. Do you know what it takes to contest for a local government chairman? Even the amount of money you will use to purchase from is killing. When House of Assembly, House of Rep will be going to like 5 million, governorship about 28 million, presidency 40 million. Meanwhile, in good countries, a boy of 25 years can aspire to be a president. So how do you get that? So this is the thing. And is party politics will play in Nigeria or tribal? If until we play ideology politics, Nigeria may not know the difference.
All right, that's where we'd have to leave this conversation this morning. Thank you so much, Barrister Akingbolu, for always finding time to be here on the program. Well, just like he said, it will take a whole lot of commitment for Nigeria to actually practice the kind of politics that will make the country a better place. But with more commitment from the people, the politicians, Nigeria will be a better nation, hopefully in years to come, maybe in our time. All right, to take a break. When we return, the conversation continues.
The views expressed on this program do not represent that of the producer, management of Lagos Television, or the Lagos State Government. They remain the perspectives of those expressing them. Thank you for staying with Lagos Television.